Now, in USA, 11 June, time 12 and 15 past 12 p.m. That means now 12 June. My salam, peace be upon you, all of the humanity, all of the world, those people who are peace living, who do not like chaos, confusion, disturbing anything, war, welcome them. Now we are talking about Bangladesh rules. I have already in X-Handle give a short lecture. I have also tried to give a short lecture here also because night is midnight, over midnight. There's some from the Eastern realities and cruel realities, what we have observed past 53 years. Many rulers had ruled the country, but particularly Ali, Bazat and Zapa. That means Awami League, BNP and Zapa, Zatiya Party. They had ruled out the country in many times, much more times. So far we have observed that the development of corruptions, nepotism, and what it is called nepotism, partiality, and in different places the partisan people are being seated whether they have any quality or not. In a word, we can say that the corruption, development of corruption was the pivot factor. In the last 16 years rule by autocrat Sheikh Hasina, the corruption erupts, corruption thrives, corruption develops in a pandemic rate. You cannot find anywhere there is no corruption. Sheikh Hasina and his associates, supporters, all are involved in corruptions. So banking sector, economic sector, social sector, cultural sector, that all sectors had been divided and communal sentiment had been inflamed because their target was to exploit the country with the associates of their godfathers, a neighbor, etc., etc. Their main objective were to exploit the country. Now, after the strong movement of student and civil general mass, civil people, not the party people. It is clear from the statement given different times by the leader, as for example, the General Secretary of B Party. Once upon a time he had told that they have no relation with the movement. At that moment, the autocratic rulers who killed many people by different way, by disappearing, by torturing, by judicial killing, and so and so. He flew from country with lot of wealth, and he ransacked many prosperous banks with their associates, so-called Alam Talam, so-called there are so many, a few so-called businessmen. They are really not businessmen. They are thief. They are dacoit. They are robber of the country. I think that they are the predecessors. Their predecessor or Mirjafar. They are the after relations, after generations of Mirjafars. They had looted the wealth of the country and made the country poor. And they had a few people, associates with Sheikh Hasina, have looted wealth and everything. Country became at a delicate position in economic sector, in political sector, in cultural sector, and social sector. There is heinous position, heinous sentiment, heinous culture she had created with his associates. They have a slogan that the freedom fighting sentiment. But their family, no one fight. No one had joined in the freedom fighter. His father flew away from Bangladesh. He was in VIP. He had led VIP life at Pakistan jail, and his family, so-called Sheikh Hasina and his mothers and others, had been given by the Pakistani government that at that time 1,500 taka. That is much more valuable. In dollar, that may be 100, $300 per month at that time. At that time, $1 is equal to 5 taka. They had been given 1,500 taka. Then 100 taka is the price of 12 gram gold value. So they were here in a luxurious life. They did not join in the freedom fighter, but they are claiming they are the leader of freedom fighter. Whatever we call, but after the fall of the autocrat, Dr. Muhammad Younus, Nobel laureate, first Muslim, Bengali and internationally renowned economist and social businessman. He is now leading the country successfully. In Eid al-Fitr, managed the Ramzan successfully. There is no any anomalous in price hike, and he had successfully managed the horse. There is no people crying that they had given the money, but they had not gone to horse. Everything had been done smoothly. But the people, those who are greedy for power only, they have no any quality to run the country. It is proved by their rule. From 53 years history in Bangladesh, the days goes day by day, the price hike, inflation, corruptions, looting, dacoity, robbery, bank looting, this was the normal phenomenon of the country. Now, some people in the name of politics, there are so many political parties, but how many members they have, I don't know. There are so many political, I don't know their name only. The King's Party, BNP, remaining in power in 1978, Mr. Ziaur Rahman had made BNP. The BNP became popular because the fall of autocrat Mujibur Rahman. There was a vacant place, vacuum. And Ziaur Rahman was assassinated by the criminals, and he was popular by his honesty. But thereafter, he left the party behind, and their next people he had left. They do not run the country nicely, beautifully, smoothly. We can say that 1991 have come in the power, or had come in the power, BNP, after illegal rule of Ershad, rule by Ershad. Ershad was product of Mr. Ziaur Rahman. Mr. Ziaur Rahman had made him chief, army chief, but he was not qualified for that post. Mr. Manzoor was the qualified. Whatsoever may be, in 91 to 96, the Bazat, that means BNP, had ruled the country not so good. Then the people goes to vote, went to vote the Hasina, whose father make crisis in the country. Famine. Many people died of hunger. After that, she made the government, and she did not run smoothly. The tourism rises and people were not sleeping nicely. Dacoity, robbery, it was spread out all over the country. Thereafter, 2001, the BNP and associated with the Jamaat came back in the power, but they had ruled the country, and according to the TAB report, they had been 4 times champion at corruption all over the world. Thereafter, the BNP product, Moin Uddin, the BNP number 12 people supersede, violating the Constitution Article 20, had promoted Mr. Moin as Chief of Army. This Moin already thrown out the government and take the power and run the country 2 years. But they had done a good job that brought the voter ID. But in case of giving vote, it was optional. So, the vote rigging had been occurred here, and so the Sheikh Hasina had become Prime Minister with 2/3 majority. And they demolished the caretaker government, and they had become autocrat by the dint of our Constitution, Article 70. and he spoiled billions Bangladeshi currency BDT, and he ransacked the people money. He ransacked the bank. He had ransacked the even Bangladesh bank. That is the bitter experience faced in our people. And there is no opposition party because the opposition party was corrupted when they ruled out the country. Those who are corrupted, they have no moral courage. So they cannot raise any movement against autocrat Sheikh Hasina. So, with the assistance of their godfather, Hasina ruled the country 16 years with ruthlessly cruel manner, and he demolished, he punished their anti-party with cruelty so far as he could do. Even in the history, heinous activities that the Bangladesh Bank already had been looted under his rule. There was no opposition party to do anything because the Bazat, BNP, done corruption during their regime 2001 to 2006. So they have no moral courage. Many of the people went out of the country with their money, what they had ransacked. Somewhere in Malaysia, somewhere in Britain, somewhere in USA, and they have got the business visa, and they are running their life. Only the chairperson, Mr. Khaleda Zia, had been jailed for 8 years by the Hasina, directed thus. And Hasina take different maneuvers to dominate or subjugate the opposition by judicial killing, by judicial punishment, by judicial jail, so and so. Now, after revolution, under the leadership of non-party students and non-party civilians, because those who are in power, they were corrupted in most cases. It is the reality. Report of TAB, Transfer of International, Bangladesh, focused is from taking the evidence from papers, newspapers, and others whatsoever. No party is still now file a case of defamation against TIB. It is clear that they are corrupted. So, somewhere in the name of Islam party, they had not do corruption directly, but they had supported the corrupted party. What happens then? They had no ability to resist autocrat Hasina. Hasina, with the support of her godfather, he he had done what he had liked, and ransack the money, wealth of the country, make the country poorer. Inflation in everywhere, instability occurs. Thereafter he flew from the country. He left behind many corrupted peoples in different sectors, business sectors, in all sectors. They are disturbing now. Oh, Children may be wiser than their elders. The student shows Mr. Dr. Younus, the first Nobel laureate, internationally renowned economist and social businessman. His philosophy is being included in education system in Canada, France, Germany, Italy, etc., and many other countries. But in our country, since 2009, the unqualified, less qualified, dishonest rulers were trying hard level best to send Dr. Younus into jail by creating false case and using their submissive judges who already they were the people of Satrolik, so-called Satrolik. But Allah saved Mr. Dr. Muhammad Younus because he was social businessman. He made the poor. He had helped the poor. He is now still helping the poor. But the people of Bangladesh, particularly the rulers of Bangladesh, particularly Sheikh Hasina, was so much jealous to him and tried her level best to punish him, but she failed. Now, Dr. Muhammad Younus Shah is running the country nicely. So we the people, general mass, whatsoever, we discuss with the general people, those who are not beneficiary in power, they do not now want any election. They want election after proper reform. The bad politics should be removed from the country. The people want provincial government because we have 18 crore people, more than Russia. In Russia, there are 79 provinces. In USA, there are 4 kingdoms, but people is more than 6 crore. But in Bangladesh, 18 crore. Only one capital. There are so much people are in Dhaka. It is a very unhealthy city. People are coming here and stop the road, barricade, creating barricade, and give the general people and oppressing the general people, make their life very much sadful. So, the people, so far as you know from social media, electric media, and as we personally contact the general mass, they are not wanting any election without adequate reform. There are so many elections run by the Abu Rahman, President Shahabuddin, a good election he had done by the civil bureaucracy. Bureaucracy are not factor. Factor is the bad rulers. Mr. Habib Rahman, Chief Justice, was Chief Advisor. He ran a good election. The Chief Justice, retired Latifur Rahman. As the Chief Advisor, he had run a good election. But after election, what happens? Those who had taken the power, we are busy to make mega project and make money, money-making project. they and their associates, the autocracy, familycracy, oligarchy, kleptocracy thrives in the country. So, at the midnight, we cut short my lecture here. The general people, those who are sincere, those who are patriotic, those who like their country, those who like to develop, those who like to see the Bangladesh develop as Singapore, as Malaysia, as seen, the strong under the leadership of Deng Xiaoping, Deng Xiaoping, the Chin had developed, has developed. Under the leadership of Mahathir, Malaysia has developed. Under the leadership of Lee Kuan, Malaysia has developed. They had done bright job to bring down the corruption at zero level. In our country, we must have a honest leader like Dr. Muhammad Younus, who will be able to bring down the corruption at zero level. So we are not wanting any election. We want election when bad politician will be removed through reform. The constitution and other bad rules, black rules with which the bad politician looting the country money, that rules, that section, that articles of constitution should be removed through proper reform, and that will be confirmed by the referendum. Thereafter election will come. Bir Muktijoddha Mr. Oli Ahmed, sometimes he told very, very valuable comments had given. Still given, what will be the effect by the election? The thief are still remains in the position. তিনি বলছেন যে চোরগুলো তো আছে, ইলেকশন দিয়ে কি হবে? আমাদের অবশ্যই রিফর্ম করতে হবে। আমরা সাধারণ জনগণ যারা দেশকে ভালোবাসি, যারা লুটপাটের সুবিধাভোগী নয়, আমরা এখন ইলেকশন চাই না। উই আর ওয়ান্টিং রিফর্ম, adequate, proper reform. So, Dr. Muhammad Younus, at his leadership, country run even minimum 2029. That's the interim time. Because Sheikh Hasina successfully had performed the election 7 January 2024. His period, valid period to 2029 January. After 7 months, he flew away under the pressure of student and general people movement. So their 53 months is rest. Only 10 months passed. Now 43 months at hand of Dr. Younus. He has direct vote and direct mandate of general mass. But those who are in power, those who are doing politics, they are crazy. They are so much crazy for power and wealth and the luxurious life. They have no any moral ethics, I think. Most of the politicians are bad. They have no quality. In our country, the politics should be reformed by 3 exams. The people, those who like to get themselves into politics, they have to face Bangladesh political service exam, Bangladesh legislative service exam. If they will like to be MP, member of parliament, they must pass the legislative service exam. If the people, those who want to be minister, they must pass the senior executive service exam. That will be intellectual exam, that will be psychomoral exam, that will be other systems, how can run the country. Otherwise, even a MLSS, 20 grade, even a night guard had to face test, exam, viva, interview. An assistant commissioner at the 9th grade, they has to face the BCS, Bangladesh Competitive Service, Bangladesh Civil Service, a competitive service. But the minister, he has do not face any. The interim government, thanks lots to them, they have already had decided to recruit the judges in the Supreme Court by open competition. They had already decided to recruit the BC by advertising in open competition. This is the good reform. Earlier, the autocrat rulers taking money, 2 crore, make VC. 50 lakh from person make principal of honors college. So education already had been ruined. And 56% quota in civil service. Those who are less qualified, the rulers, Sheikh Hasina and others, use these less qualified people, they visited the important post and ransacking the people wealth, people money. As for example, the Sheikh Hasina looted the money from Bangladesh Bank. Still there is no case, still final. That is hanging. Because Hasina itself and his son is involved with that. I don't know. 2 lakh crore taka she had with his associates taken away from the country, had taken away from the country. Under this situation, we do not want an election just to see the same looting condition. And the people do not change. Those who are doing politics, they are not the owner of the country. The owner of the country is the general mass. Dr. Younus and his advisors are taking the views of so-called politicians. But where is the representative of general people? Those who are supporting Dr. Younus in social media, he should give a referendum. How many years he should rule? Whether 5 years or not. Whether he will give election at 2026 April or after 5 years, 2029, there should be a referendum and all reform in a nutshell placed before the general people in media, electronic media, television, and so. Thereafter, Dr. Younus should give a referendum and the constitutional body that will confirm. Otherwise, if Dr. Younus arrange any election without reform, the bad politics come back again and they will do what they had did earlier, what they had done earlier. So the expert scholar in USA professors in different universities, those who are delivered their opinion in TVN24, New York based. This Zai Lao Sei Kudu. So we do, under this situation, we don't want an election immediate. We do want, we the people, general people, those who are not beneficiary of corruptions, we do want reform, 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 so that bad politics may be removed from the country, the honest people can contest, and Dr. Younus can successfully complete the reform, and he, so that he could confirm it by referendum, so that so-called bad politician cannot change later. This is the expectation, this is the wish, this is the will, this is the wanting of general people, those who are now in peace under the 10 months rule of Dr. Muhammad Younus. But those who are illegal earner, bad politician, and their godfathers, they are preaching false and false information, make the people misunderstood. To get the water turbid, even the country in the short period, Dr. Moin visited country, the Qatar, UNO mission, Japan, China, everywhere. He has many success. Whatever I observed in 53 years, no ruler could do this. What had done in a short period Dr. Muhammad Younus? Dr. Muhammad Younus is very much wise, patriotic, and he's pro-poor, Gorib Bandhav. He's honest. So we, the people, those who are patriotic, we should support him, and we should raise our voice against the corrupted people, those who are always making conspiracy against Dr. Muhammad Younus. I invite cordially the patriotic Bangladeshi, those who are in abroad, those in Bangladesh, they should support Dr. Muhammad Younus. We should not want any autocracy against, no paribar tantra. The unqualified, অযোগ্য পরিবারতন্ত্রের মাধ্যমে এসে দেশটাকে লুটপাট করেছে, ভবিষ্যতে লুটপাট হোক ইন ফিউচার, the kleptocracy again come back. No patriotic people are wanting now. So, Dr. Muhammad Younus should pay heed to the wish and will of general mass. I come from a village. I am a son of a farmer. So I now still talk with the general people, went countryside and take their views, and I watch the social media and print media and also mainstream television news. The many general people are happy with this rule of Dr. Muhammad Younus. But why election? We are going to election. We need election after adequate, after necessary reform, so that bad politicians do not come, keeping the section, keeping the Article 70 of the Constitution. We are paying taxpayer money, spending behind the MP, so-called MP. They have nothing to do, only to ha 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 and table soprano. Now, we do not like the conscious, patriotic, general people do not like this. We must have, we must, should reform the constitution. That constitution make autocratic rulers, that constitution make and develop, make the persons corrupted and develop the kleptocracy. We do not like this. So, finally, we request Dr. Younus and their concerned people, we do not want election now, we do reform, we do justice, we do the proper reform, thereafter we do like to reduce the corruption, zero level, then then this country will run for development. As Malaysia, as Sin, as Singapore, as Qatar, and as Abu Dhabi, they had used the resource properly. We should use our natural resource properly under the honest leadership of Dr. Muhammad Younus. May Allah bless all of us so we can do the good job. We may support the honest leader. That is our constitutional duty. That is our humanitarian duty. That is our religious duty. What not? May Allah bless all of you with peace and happiness. I deliver a lecture at the odd time in midnight. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. To the peace-loving people, those who are praying for the betterment of the country, countrymen, and betterment of the Dr. Younus and his leadership. Assalamu alaikum.